Loud child, watch out now. It's a little one and it's not that wow. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I met a few celebrities in my lifetime, and I think I met enough to the point where I could actually make a video on it. Come on here today and talk about all the celebrities that I have met. I can't talk about them all because it would take a while, so this is a part one. Get through as many as I can. I am going to give some clues and hints as to who they are, so you can maybe come up with your own guesses, and if you want to go based off that, you can, but I'm not going to confirm nor deny. The first person on top of my list is someone who I see why people do not like him, because he weirdo boots down. This guy is a rapper, if you want to call him that. It's honestly quite generous. I met this rapper on Warped Tour. This was years ago. I was like 12 or 13. I did not like this guy one bit. I didn't like the way he looked. I didn't like the way he spoke. I didn't like his shoes. I didn't like his haircut. I didn't like his voice. I didn't like the way he walked, the way he stood. I've heard his music growing up, you know, as just a kid, and I would just hear his music on the radio and, you know, at school. His energy screamed at the time. I don't know if he's a completely different person now, but his energy at the time was, oh yeah, everybody loves me here. And I remember thinking like, dude, like, no, this is Warped Tour. Warped Tour. Y'all know, do y'all remember what the fuck Warped Tour was? That was the most emo shit you could ever go to. So smug. Met this guy on accident. It was not meant to happen. We're standing in line for something, and he was just kind of walking around talking to fans, which I thought was pretty nice. You know, they're not entitled to do that. I don't know this new thing about people like, oh, well, we deserve all of their precious time. And it's like, no, you don't. They're here to make music and move on with their lives. If they decide they want to communicate with you, they could do that. Then he comes up to our line. He pushes me out the way. Like, he has his little bodyguards with him and like his little posse, but he specifically pushes me out the way. I knew he was a rapper, but I've only seen his face a few times, so I didn't know he was specifically that rapper. My mom sees it and she's like, excuse me? He turns around. He was confused more than anything. Like, what did I do? You just shoved my daughter out the way. It's not very nice. Should hold a better example. Aren't you an artist? He turns around. I'm not kidding. Puts his hands on his hips like, go queen, and goes, well, maybe she shouldn't have been in my effing way then. My mother is a relatively nice person, right? Nicer than me, honestly. I've never seen my mom so pissed the way she was when he said that and walked off. Probably gears clicking in my mom's head of thinking what to do next, like, oh, mom, please don't get us kicked out. Oh my God, please, there's bodyguards. You're gonna get slammed to the ground. Mom, please. Tucking on her shirt. I'm like, mom, please, like, it's not that deep. My mom lets it go. Goes to the other line because apparently we didn't have enough money for the tickets, what we were trying to purchase. My mom was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this other line. You wait here. You save this spot. She goes, literally, she's right there. My mom is like right across from me, but it's so full at this Warped Tour. I'm not tall as Shaq, but like, I can't really see above most people. These some tall ass motherfuckers. He comes back around to the line. He's talking to some fans and I'm not really paying attention. He points over into my direction. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want a picture? Did you want me to sign anything for you? Like, I'm sorry about that. You just cursed at my mom. I don't want nothing from you. Fuck off. I don't play about my mom. My mom is a queen. My mom is freaking fucking Cleopatra in this bitch. No, I don't want anything from you. I think you're just apologizing because you look stupid, but why didn't you apologize to my mom who you spoke crazy to? Don't apologize to me. No thanks. I don't know you. I don't know this dude. I have a backpack in my hand. It was a freaking My Little Pony backpack. I ate that shit up. He's like, oh, do you want me to sign your backpack? And he snatches my backpack out of my hand. Gets a marker out of his pocket. Oh my God, get your grimy ass hands on My Little Pony. Oh my God, y'all, I was so livid. I don't know what overcame me. I screamed, mommy, so fucking loud. You would have thought I was performing at the concert. I was the one screeching. You would have thought I was Chester Bennington at that point. I screamed mommy so loud. I screeched that shit. My mom runs over. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And it's him mid-sign on my backpack with this funky ass Sharpie marker. And he's looking around like, oh no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm signing. She wanted an autograph. She wanted an autograph. And my mom said, did you want an autograph? And I'm shaking my head furiously. No, I don't want an autograph. I made it loud and clear. Literally, as I was saying, no, thank you, he snatches my bag. It's not like he gave it back to me, realized what I said. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you correctly. Or, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take your bag. He's signing it right after I said no. My mom, I'm not kidding, snatches the marker out of his hand, throws it across the lot, snatches the book bag out of his hand, grabs my hand, walks away. Oh my God, everyone's so shocked, like, oh, what just happened? Oh my God. Why did you think that was a good idea? It's hard to get bags through like concerts and stuff. It has to be a certain size. And if it's not a certain size, you either have to leave it at the venue or throw it away. And luckily there was a sweet woman at the front of the concert saying like, oh, she could take it in. She didn't have to say that. She could have said, oh, I'm sorry, you have to bring it back to the car or throw it away. She was nice enough to let me keep that bag. When we went home, it took my mom hours, but she managed to scrub it out. Because this wasn't like a regular plastic book bag. This was like not paper, cottonish book bag. So when he signed it, it was gonna take some scrubbing to get it out. She was scrubbing in that kitchen sink for hours, and I felt so bad. I didn't ask for any of this. I wouldn't have none of this. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was the end of the first story. Every time I see this dude pop up on my feed, ew, I don't like you. I'll never forget what you did in my book bag. Bum ass whore. But anyway, we're moving on to the second story. This is a trans artist. Out of all places, I met her in a gas station. Quite ironic. At the time, I did not know she was an artist until later on, and I found their music. Iconic, to say the least. How I met her, I was at the gas station. I was doing the mature thing. I wanted to get my own stuff, because when I go to the gas station, I'm not getting gas. I don't have a girl. I just go in to get, snacks and stuff. I'm a fat bitch. I get up to the front. Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. That'll be $20. And here I am thinking, oh, I only have 15. Ooh, I hate doing that. I hate knowing when you don't have enough money, you gotta like move stuff to the side or take it back. That's one of the most, I die every time I think of that. There's a person behind me and she comes up to me and she says, here, take this. It's a $20 bill. She said, here, take this. You could keep your 15, just take this 20. I ain't gonna, throw it back at you or nothing. She said, no, just take the 20. I got plenty more in the car. Winks at me. She could have just gave me the 5, go on about her day. She gave me a whole 20. Oh, this is so sweet. Thank you so much. We start to talking. Oh, so, I love your outfit, by the way. I was wearing a pink outfit of some sort. Are you in fashion school? You should go to fashion school. Oh, no, I'm just in a regular old school. I'm going for, mortuary science. I want to be a funeral director. You want to be a funeral director? No way. My aunt's a funeral director. And I'm like, oh, girl, what? And she starts telling me about, like, all the crazy stories her aunt has about working at a funeral home. And it's the craziest thing. She's talking to me about, how her aunt used to, embalm and stuff. And she used to work at this funeral home for years and years and years and years and years. She just recently retired. I just found it to be really fun because, mind you, we're doing this at the freaking gas station. It's 11 o'clock at night. So, like, thank goodness no one else was around because I don't think we could have done this if, like, there were people waiting in line. But it was just me and her. And the cashier at the front kind of putting in his little 2 cents, like, oh, at the front of the gas station counter for 20 minutes just talking. She said she had to get back home, feed her dogs, left, had a great time, had a blast. I was like, oh, that's very sweet. I loved everything about that. A few months later, every once in a while, I like to go through, YouTube, find some new stuff, find some new content, find some new music, whatever. I noticed that this artist, it pops up on my YouTube feed, like, for you or whatnot. Wait a minute. I know this person. I talked to this person at a gas station. Is this the same person? Click on their video. It's them. It's an official music video. And I'm like, oh my God, I know her. Oh my God. Oh. And her music, great. Love that bitch down. Sexy, fly, hot, great. Orgasmic. I was like, oh my God, girl, added her to my shit immediately. I was so happy because I'm like, oh my God, I met this person at a freaking gas station a few months back. Because she didn't bring up her music, not once. Plugging her shit, nothing. Me and her was just talking. She didn't assume that I knew her. Because she's a relatively, like, decent, like, well-known artist. If I were to say her name, you'd probably know with the niche audience who the fuck I'm talking about. She probably doesn't remember me. That's okay. That's all right. This was freaking 3-4 years ago. Cherish it now that I know who they are and I love their music. It's just a little, oh, how cute. So the next person is someone that you will see them if you live in Indiana, just cause this is a comedian. And I probably just gave it away by saying that, but frankly, I don't care because there's plenty of comedians that go to Indiana, but this is one of them. I've never found him funny. I've never got into him. I don't find his stand-up funny. I've never found him humorous. The only time I might let out a little chuckle is if he's in movies of some sort. I used to see this guy all the time where I worked. You guys know I used to work at Chick-fil-A. He would come in all the time. To the point where I would be kind of annoyed. I don't know. And usually I don't like to let people annoy me like that, but just the way that he acted, he thought that everything he said was funny. Like, just because you're a comedian, not everything you're gonna say is funny. But when you have a lot of ass kissers around you, he was around during the time, my favorite comedians, were around, like Eddie Murphy and Bernie Mac. So I do not find this guy entertaining whatsoever. At my job, my boss at the time always tried to go above and beyond for this guy. When I first met this guy, I met this guy numerous times. When I first met him, I had to do a double take to realize, oh, this is so-and-so. I was in the back. You guys know I worked back at House of Chick-fil-A. Checking in with an employee because I was letting an employee know that we were out of something or we were running low on something of those lines. Back is turned. My small back was turned. Damn, she got a fat ass. Huh? Who's got a fat ass? Because I want to look. I don't want to look. It just was so loud. Like, who is that? Who is he talking about? Who's got a fat ass here? He's talking about you. Who's talking? Who the fuck is talking about me like that? That's messed up. I don't know nobody like that. I know I got a fat badonkadonk back there, but don't be yelling at it like that. I don't need everybody to know. It's a secret, honey. I don't need everybody to know. And I look at the counter, and it's him standing there with like a few of his, his posse or friends or whatever. This guy looks oddly familiar. And she was my friend at the time, so I'll just say my friend. My friend was like, my acquaintance. My acquaintance goes, you don't know who that is? That's so-so from names a whole bunch of movies. Oh yeah, hell no, he can't be talking to me like that. I guess he was surprised that I spoke back. Said something on the lines of, well, damn, if you don't want the compliment, don't take it. It's not a compliment. Like, I don't know you. Why are you, like, screaming I got a fat ass? Like, that's so inappropriate. I don't like you. I do not like you as a human being. I do not like you. You have said some crazy shit. It's just kind of a regular. If he's ever in Indiana, he's gonna come to this Chick-fil-A. And I just remember being like, oh my God, here we go with this shit again. I hated working in the front. I don't know what it is about Chick-fil-A's front of house. That is the devil. You do one wrong thing, they are taking you in a truck, kidnapping you, and you will never be heard from again. Say one wrong thing. Do one wrong thing at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in the front, they're gonna sign you up for Scientology. It's the worst thing you could do. It's bad, girl. It's terrible. It was a big ass freaking order. It was $235,000, but I guess he could afford it, so it was whatever. As I'm calling out his name, I say his first name because that was what's written on the ticket. He looks around like this, and he's like, I know she's not calling me out by my real name. You better call me Mr. So-and-so, his last name. And then I, copy, monkey see, monkey do. So I'm looking around like Simon Says, like, I don't know who you're talking to, but on this ticket here, it says first name. Say it rude like that. I said, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it says your first name because that's what the fuck you put on the ticket. You dumb whore bitch. If you wanted to be called Mr. Jackass, I would have said, Mr. Jackass, here's your order. It doesn't say Mr. Jackass, here's your order. It says, Mr. So-so, here's your order. So why are you coming at me crazy? But then I remember like, oh, this is the same motherfucker that said my ass was fat. So he has no respect for me, and I guess no one else in this establishment. I get called in the next morning. So-and-so, filed a complaint about you and said you had a really poor attitude. Okay. Did you run the footage back? You got cameras. Oh, well, the cameras aren't good after 24 hours. After 24 hours, it erases the image. So we can only go based on what Mr. So-so said. Okay, where is the manager that was on duty last night? Because they were there and they heard everything. So what's going on with that? Where is she? Oh, she said she didn't want anything to do with it. Oh, so a manager didn't want to manage? Got it. Okay. And every time I see them in the movie, I'm like, all I can remember is him calling my ass fat, unprovoked. No warning, no notary, no notice. Anyways, this last story, I actually have screenshots of talking to this person. This is an influencer. I shoot him my shot. I did. He's cute. Me and him around the same age. He lives probably miles away, so he's probably not even going to respond. But I commented underneath the post of his. Send it my way. I was 20, by the way. This was 2022, August 2022. I remember specifically from the screenshots of the text messages. Shoot me a DM. No, you DM me first. Because if you really are into me, you'll shoot me a message first. I'm not doing that bullshit. I've already kind of messed up by commenting on your post first, so you should DM me first. About 5 minutes later, I get a DM from him. Hey, cutie, you know, what are you up to? And I'm like, he follows me back. I'm like sending my pictures. I'm like, the frick? I'm freaking out. Okay, I was kind of joking, but now you're kind of serious, and holy shit, I didn't know you were actually gonna hit me. I got home from studying, you know, I'm so smart and intelligent. Getting ready for bed. It's probably a different time zone here than it is where you are. You know, where are you? And I tell him I'm in Indiana. He's like, oh, I'm from so-and-so. I live in so-and-so. And so, you know, me and him are talking. Me and him are, you know, having casual conversation. You know, me and him have different forms of content creators. So he talks about, you know, being, you know, having his following on Instagram and TikTok, while I talk about having my following on YouTube. Talk for a few days, on and off, back and forth, back and forth. He finally says, I don't know where, you know, I would love to have your phone number. You know, I would like to talk to you more. I would like to get to know you, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, oh my God, please, if you're thinking about pursuing dating, get you a fake phone number. Last thing you need to do is give out your phone number so easily. I don't trust anybody with my phone number, let alone someone I met on the internet. So I gave him a fake number that I could talk to. It was me, but it was just from a fake phone number. Once we started texting, I noticed his demeanor changes. It gets really weird. He starts mentioning like, oh, how hot I am and how attractive I am. What would you like to do to me? And what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh shit. God damn it. I'm going to see how long I can play with this. I'm going to see how long I can carry this on before it gets too gross. Should have blocked him, but I was like, you know what? I'm bored. I don't have much to do. I'm always at the house. I don't have much activities going on in my daily life, so let me see how far I can go with this. Starts sending pictures of him shirtless. Starts asking pictures of me. At one point, I'm just bored, and I just stopped talking to him and blocked him. I'm over it. Nothing came out of it, but the fact that I had a chance to talk to this dude, and I knew who he was, and I watched his content. Ew. He didn't say anything like flat out gross. It was just, I can tell it was hinted, and he was trying to play it safe. Send me some money, I might do something a little strange for a piece of change. I don't know it. I don't know. That's all I got for y'all today. I didn't want to go too far. This will definitely be a part 2, so stick around for that. Oh wow, I just realized like how many people don't do anything. Be like Bryson Tiller, don't. But anyways, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace out.